Submitted for your approval. A fan-based show who encompasses the multi-twined multiverse of superheroes, villains, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and action comedy. All whose genesis stems from the printed page of the comic book. At the logo streaming towards your head, you've just entered into Comics, Cons, and Beyond. All right, hey, welcome back, comic book fans, to Comics, Cons, and Beyond. Your multi-twine multiverse delivered. As always, I'm your reverend host, Lawrence. With me, as usual, I have
Bob
and
Adam.
And we are here. There's been a lot going on since we've last talked.
Flash has lost its second director now.
But why are they they have Flash as a series on CW, correct? Yeah. Mm-hmm. CW. Why are they going to come out with a Flash movie?
Honestly, like my personal opinion, I'll have to say so that way they can make it more into the Justice League, the whole movie upcoming, because you saw in Batman vs Superman a little preview of the Flash in that armor that was actually pretty cool. Like I'm a pretty decent like Flash fan, but I'd have to say is I don't know what this new character is going to bring, or I should say the storyline is going to bring the same sense of humor that they established in the television show. Mm. But 2 directors already? That's not exactly off to a good start.
Yeah, well, I mean, we obviously know that DC's got its fair share of flack when it comes to critics as well as director. I think it's, at this point, people seem to think it's a pretty daunting task to take on. And, easily. I mean, it's not too uncommon to see, obviously we know Smallville, things like that. When it comes from movies to film, they tend to keep the two different. But, I mean, I think from our previous discussion that maybe Marvel might be kind of going in that same direction as well. So we'll see what time tells with this.
And so the Dark Tower series has received yet another delay. Now this one isn't because of anything, this is all post-production issues. This is because they need to get advertising out, and they also want to make it even more gorgeous to apparently live up to the visions that we see in the books and in our minds and also in the comic books, because the psychedelicness of that series was just astounding. Hopefully if you read it, you'll see, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So they're trying to up the ante. So now it's being delayed all the way until summer of 2017. But it's not going away. It's not in danger. They just need to polish it a lot more. Probably just to raise the standard, raise the bar is what I hope at least.
Are they getting a lot of flack from the fan base in like the chat rooms and what have you? The fan, you know, what the hell are they called?
Do we even have? I mean, like there is. I've seen some stills for it, but I mean, as far as actually,
images.
No, I've seen images. I mean, we've seen Idris Elba like walking through a field or something. With
There's also going to be a spin-off television series after the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's probably going to be Roland as a young gunslinger, which is a whole other side story, which is no way you can fit that all 7 books.
But I think I mean definitely seems like we're too far in at this point to see them kind of turn back now.
Well, you said that they were like 3/4 the way through post-production, which means they've already wrapped up the filming. They're just splicing everything together,
making it pretty.
Exactly, yeah. So, is it because of the actual production team that was saying no, this isn't good enough, we need to make it better, or again, flack from the fans themselves for whatever was leaked or what they would like to see? What do you think?
From what I read from rumors was that it was because of test groups.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not worried about the whole Suicide Squad thing happening again because.
Yes.
But it's not that things need to be redone, just things need to be upped. And also, like, you know, not much has been put out about the film, about how it's going to be. A lot of fans don't even know of just the book series, not even just the comic book series, don't even know that the film is being made, which is kind of sad because that is it's a pillar of Stephen King's work, in most opinions. Also his kind of.
Well, you said yourself that it was a reference, that it's referenced in.
Almost all the stories. There's always some graffiti of the Crimson King. But you'll see. Just look for it. It's in Salem's Lot. All those books are relevant. If you want to know the backstory of it, most of Stephen King's works are referenced to the Dark Tower series. So if you've liked any of his works, a lot of times you can find some relevance of it in the Dark Tower, because it's what he's been writing for in a lot of other books, or because he has writer's block, or as he describes it, because he actually puts his journal entries in the back of the collector's editions. He's afraid of Roland, the main character. He has nightmares about the guy. Because Roland is the hero, but the hero is willing to, what's the best way to phrase it? Destroy everything sacred in order to save what remains. That's the best way to think of him.
Wow.
He's awesome. And Alba's going to crush it. He is such a such a presence. He's going to destroy that role. And people gave him a lot of flack. The director made a really funny tweet telling all racist to fuck off about it. Excuse me for cursing. It was
well,
awesome.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So, any other comics to film news at all, or?
Oh yes, there was one more. This one is only just
we have
because...
to prime them every once in a while, just to kind of get them
Re-engaged.
Yeah.
Sorry. I like to think of small shiny things and then somebody goes away. It was Trees, a comic book that recently just got acquired by NBCU. It's also the production company is going to be converting it is the group that Tom Hardy started.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not that he's going to be in a role, it's just a group that he started, but the point is that they have that name recognition on it. And Trees is a very interesting story. It's an interesting comic book about an alien species that does a weird kind of passive-aggressive invasion. So they arrive, and they're these huge pillars. We call them trees because that's what they look like from our perspective. But the aliens don't acknowledge us. And then civilization begins to collapse, but the aliens aren't actively playing a role in this. It's just us destroying ourselves now that we're aware something else is here.
That sounds a little too close to the truth there.
Oh, and the artwork is awesome. It's but it's just the comic book's a little bit slow for a lot of people because of that concept. Because you're just exploring the idea of what do they want from us? Why do they not acknowledge we exist? A cool book that explores that concept, just so you know, a little side thing, is a book called Usurper of the Sun. And then also another one, my favorite was Matter by Ian M. Banks. Check that one out. It has a really cool idea of different perceptions by different beings of what is and is not. But Usurper of the Sun's a quick, short read.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, that concludes for the comic books to screen shenanigans. Now it is time for rants and reviews. As we touched on, all four of us went to go see Doctor Strange last night, and we have
a lot to say.
A lot to say, and some
amount.
differings of opinion. Who wants to start off on this rant and rave?
I'm gonna go first.
Well, let's start by. I think we should reshuffle ourselves to who thinks it was a really good thing, or a real good film, so we can take Lawrence and we can push him off over there.
Oh my God!
Off into the corner.
But let's, yeah, of course, let's start here and move over.
Okay, I'll have to say that honestly, this is my top 5 favorite Marvel movies. Just from pure visuals and the fact that they got to the chase immediately in the film. I'm sorry, we know who Doctor Strange is. You know what he does. Just go. That's what I really enjoyed about it. I'm saying character development's cool and all, but I'm sorry, I don't care that much.
It was perfectly
For that
paced.
guy, I know
Yeah.
who he is.
Well, we didn't get Batman versus Superman if that was what your concern was.
Wait, your mother's name is Martha?
Oh my God, I forgot about that part.
I apologize.
Okay, sorry. I just blocked it out.
All hell's going loose, but wait, hold on. What's her name's in trouble in deep water? Gotta go. Sorry. I mean, it was good. Visually stunning. Special effects were phenomenal.
I definitely say
Dialogue was great.
Scripting
Dialogue was great.
perfect.
It was. I enjoyed it. We laughed. I mean, it was funny.
We cried.
We laughed.
We enjoyed and we shared. But for me, it was Doctor Strange as a character, and we can actually see him right here. Look at this. Wow, this is original artwork. Look at that.
From 1960.
You betcha, 1963. Sorry, I hit the microphone. Doctor Strange was more of a serious character. He was arrogant, smug, very self-assured. He was a brilliant person, and that came across.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, I like that part of it.
Always a snarky remark.
Huh?
By him, like during his development, always a snarky remark. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that.
Benedict Cumberbatch, I believe that's how you pronounce his name.
Matata.
Kuma Matata, whatever. He did a good job. I actually had reservations, but he did a phenomenal job. But he's not Tony Stark, and his character came across as Tony Stark.
That was true.
Too funny, always wisecracking. I don't know.
I'm glad that they brought Wong in there, though, to just reel him in.
Yeah.
Just to keep him from saying, no, that's not really funny. Do you really think yourself that funny? No.
That is true. But at the end, you guys will get a special chuckle, but I'm not going to say anything because that was pretty damn funny.
It was.
Yeah.
That was.
I had to say, that was pretty good. One thing I want to touch on, though, was Dormammu. I did not like how he looked. If you guys know what Dormammu is, he's a giant demon creature from the Dark Dimension, head on fire, almost like Ghost Rider, but more epic. And you can see him recently in the Deadpool and Spider-Man comic, issue number 1, where they actually are found tied up in his dimension, and it was disappointing for me.
To be honest, I forgot that.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I was like, I know Dormammu, and I was like, why is this so off?
It
I was
just
like, why does
something
he look,
feels wrong.
Why does
Yeah.
he look like Thanos?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm
Like,
like,
he was
why-
like Thanos
Oh, no,
and
no.
Darkseid combined.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just kind of like,
No, he looked like the MCU from Tron.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
yeah,
CPU.
that's fair.
Toss your disc.
Well, we don't want any disc tossing here, pal. Other points.
You mean the most important points? Is
the
what-
most important points? Come on.
It was
Really?
good. I liked it. I'm not gonna say that it was my top 5. I really can't say what my top 5 are, to be honest. But I
Who's your
did
favorite
enjoy
Ninja
it.
Turtle? Do you even know who you are?
What?
Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Turtles.
Don't get shellfish now.
Ninja. Teenage.
Mutant
I am
Ninja
familiar with what TMNT
Well, I'm
is.
saying,
Uh-huh.
like, for the sake of our French.
Anywho,
I like
Anywho,
Raphael.
it was
Raphael.
I enjoyed the film. Overall, it definitely brought what I wanted, which is something that wasn't Iron Man, Captain America just fighting. It was it was visually stimulating, and I think we all saw it in standard.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think we would be maybe a little bit happier if we saw it in 3D. I recommend
Yes.
to all of you out there, definitely go see it in 3D.
That
is
way you
what
get, like,
this
the
movie is
depth
made for.
of it.
Absolutely.
Probably the RPX IMAX 3D.
Oh, yeah, that
where
would
you
make
can
it-
lean back and see everything. Would be probably beautiful.
Mm.
But another thing too, and nothing against Tilda Swinton, who is one of the best androgynous female actresses who plays those characters brilliantly, but she wasn't the ancient one.
She did
I
a
mean,
good job.
She did a good job, but again,
she was good.
look who the ancient. Oh my gosh, the ancient one.
Looks like my uncle.
Yeah, we had
You didn't want
discussions.
her wearing a crown?
Yeah, we had discussions on
wish.
who we thought would be better.
Yeah,
We
definitely. I personally thought Jet Li would have been great. He's not only
You youngin.
just his voice as a master. If you saw The Forbidden Kingdom with him and Jackie Chan, he had that very stereotypical Asian movie master voice.
Mhm.
Very serious, stern.
He had that presence.
Yeah, I think he would have been perfect for it.
And Chow Yun Fat, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
Mhm.
also would have been an incredible ancient one. But you rather have Tilda Swinton.
Oh, okay. Let's not
Whatever.
get carried away. I think she did a good job. You know,
I actually liked her because she was kind of unnerving almost. Not like anything appearance-wise. Well, the scar on her head was actually pretty gnarly.
I wanted to point that
They
out.
never explained
Yeah.
that. They never explained that.
Yeah, I liked her because she was.
I kept looking at it and I was like,
Yeah, whenever you see her in the bag, it's just like.
I think they might have messed up on the balding
Yeah, the
latex
shaving.
cap.
Oh,
But
yeah,
then kind of
you know?
it would have
Yeah.
added to her character as a way.
Yeah,
It's
she
like,
had just
whoa.
capped in the back of the dome.
Yeah.
She's
also
experienced in
too,
battle.
okay, Doctor Strange. I'm not going to spoil anything, but everything kind of encompasses around his hands. Why he has to go seek, Eastern medicines. His hands got really just gnarled up, but
yeah. Anyone who knows Doctor Strange knows this.
which we hope.
yeah,
But while he's convalescing and he's training and he's learning, you see him go like this, and he
Very
picks up a
shaky.
trimmer, and he's like, "Oh, my beard really needs to be trimmed." Zzz, 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 zzz. Perfect.
It's very clean shaved.
Well,
Very clean shave.
there's
So-
no much like the entire movie. There's no concept of time, so he could have been there for multiple hours. For the
That is
record.
true.
He's just like pause
Mirror
this
dimension. Mirror dimension. Time is
He could just-
irrelevant.
Yeah.
Some conjure a weapon.
Or what if he wasn't happy? What if he
Yeah.
wasn't happy? He just rolled back time and just gone.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So how did it happen where his hands were like this? He had a trimmer, and he's like, wait, and it came out perfect? Magic.
Honestly, tell us what you think. Why not?
Yeah.
I say he sapped energy from the universe, the multiverse, and just guided his hands with the celestial magic.
Ooh. The power of Norelco.
Yeah.
You betcha.
Then anti-shaking.
I wish I could do that.
The anti-shaking
I wish I
razor.
could do that.
You
That
had the
would've been awesome.
gyro stabilizer.
Chick Hydro.
The Doctor Strange razor.
Ooh. Trademarked.
We'd make a lot of money off of that. But Marvel would sue
We
us.
said it first, but Marvel, yeah, they'd sue us.
Marvel would sue us.
And that would probably be the end of us.
Pretty strange, isn't it?
Ooh. Strange things
From the
indeed.
years to come.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
not get this out of hand now.
Oh, we're on a spiritual roll.
I'm not going to encourage this type of behavior.
Encourage it. Encourage it, Adam.
No.
Come to the dark side. we have cookies.
Oh, there's cookies.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's cookies.
Fresh batch.
Mm.
Chocolate chip.
So I like movies and comic books.
Yes, yes, he
But,
does.
Shut your mouth out.
Nonsense.
Boys, don't have to separate too.
Are we having a civil war?
Oh, he's on fire.
Jesus.
Just like Dormammu's head should have been.
Ta-da!
I agree with you.
There we
Yeah.
go.
I honestly, I'm telling you again, it
It
just
bugged me
the whole
so
time.
much.
I'm like, why does this not look like who it should be?
And the dimension
Yeah.
should have been on fire. It's supposed to be like the underworld. Ugh, frustrating.
But it was kind of funny how, and
Well, they don't
no
use another
spoilers.
Galactus.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, no Galactus. Oh God, no.
the giant.
Unless they
floating-
do it right.
The giant
Unless they
floating
do it
cloud.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
God, that was terrible.
Reminds me of Parallax from Green Lantern.
And that
Oh,
was
that
That
horrible.
was terrible.
Never mention the Green Lantern movie ever again.
That bugged me because like the first scene was actually kind of interesting. Where, like it shows this guy escaping all deftly, and then just total
Poop.
crap. Like there was a Hot Wheels scene. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a hot
Oh
movie.
God, I totally
Yeah,
forgot
remember
about
that.
that.
He's coming in and he
Some
just
man
like
got
rides in.
paid, like,
I'm not gonna
money
lie.
to make that.
Mattel got paid bucks for that.
Yep.
Big time.
I would have totally have been happy with the original Atrocitus coming. It would have made me
Yeah.
happy. The beginning of and you could have steamrolled right into a whole bunch of other films. You have the Red Lantern. Come on.
Yeah. It did not do justice. But we digress. Our end result is great movie. Doctor Strange was a great movie. Again,
Yes.
I enjoyed it. You know, the jokes, the writing, everything was really good.
It was.
It's just I'm nitpicking. Sorry. Go see it. It's worth it, but definitely do it in either IMAX 3D or the
RPX.
RPX.
Yeah,
One or
absolutely.
the other.
For sure.
You will not be sorry.
Number one choice.
As far as the scope goes, 8.5 seems fair.
Yeah.
Nice to see something new and not necessarily original, because obviously there's been some dispute with it kind of looking not
Like-
only like Iron Man, but also kind of that storyline.
The same
formula.
formula.
Yep.
I mean, I heard it personally when people were exiting the rows in front of us. They're like, "It's an Iron Man formula."
But it works.
Yeah,
It
it
works.
works perfectly.
But I enjoyed it. Period.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's 10 is, I don't know, Alien for me,
Yeah.
and just Alien.
Wow.
I'd give it an 8.5. It wasn't amazing, but I feel like being generous. I enjoyed it more than some.
I think that's fair.
All right. Adam?
I would actually give it an 8.5 as well. That's about. Can I give a point or?
Sure.
Okay,
It's too late now.
Oh dang! No take backs. I would definitely give it that because I did
You're so
enjoy the
harsh
film a
about
lot. I have kind of a weird taste for what I consider perfection in films, and it's a comic book movie. I'm sorry, like of comic book
Yeah.
movies, I would give it a higher rating, but whatchamacallit, just overall film, like compared to pretty much any other film that I enjoy thoroughly, like Interstellar and things of that nature, I would give it an 8.5.
Well, I think I'm going to continue that train with the 8.5 as well. I thought it was great.
I'm gonna
The-
copyright 8.5. This is
Too
ridiculous.
late. But it was just some of the character casting, the character artwork, and then one scene just reminded me too much of Doctor Who. Not going to spoil that part, but I would just give it an 8.5 out of 10. Go see an RPX, you'll love it.
Me? I'll be the naysayer. Nah, I'll stick with 8.5. Again,
Oh,
come
Gosh,
on,
what about
no,
the variation? You were the
whatever.
last one. You're supposed to do this.
8. I'll give it an 8.
That's
All
such
right,
a big
fine.
change.
Yeah,
Alright.
whatever. Again, it wasn't bad enough for the movie as it was. It was enjoyable. I loved it. Again, had a great time watching it. But just for the nitpickiness of the a-hole that I am on these things, 7.5 to 8 tops.
I think you
Hey,
walk home if you didn't drive
That's pretty
yourself.
good.
All
So
right.
there we go, gang.
Awesome.
What did you think? Once you see it and you see our video, tell us what you think. Like us, subscribe, and give us your thoughts. And who knows, we may actually,
Change our opinion.
I don't know about that. Screw them. But
Oh.
no, just kidding.
Yeah.
But we may say, hey, so-and-so from wherever you are gave it this. And here's their reason why. Again, you're the fans. Tell us what you think. For all of us here at Comics Cons and beyond, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, George.